For the week 2 discussion, I chose the prompt that reads, "You tell a friend that you're taking a class in sociology. There's a chance they know about sociology and are quite jealous. There's also a chance they're confusing sociology with another social science. How would you describe sociology? How does sociology differ from psychology?" So, sociology can be described simply as attempting to understand, as what was literally said in chapter 1 of the week 1 assigned reading, and attempting to understand society, patterns in societal behavior, and how people interact with other people in communities or groups. Sociologists, they look deeper, and they look at how a person is shaped by their sex, race, status, religion, life experiences, and how that shapes how they communicate with others within groups and in their community. And I also wrote down some I'll do the example questions at the end. I'll do psychology next. Psychology, it differs from sociology because it focuses on the people themselves, the individual, and it pays close attention to one's thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay, so now I'll do the example questions. So some example questions within the field of sociology would be, how does poverty affect education? Or why do people form friendships? Or how does wearing a school uniform at a private school, for example, affect students' character and academic performance? And then some psychological questions would be, why does this person have anxiety? Or how does childhood trauma shape one's ability to regulate emotions and build relationships later in life? And what are the effects of sleep deprivation on memory and making decisions? And to making the differentiation between sociology and psychology a little bit easier, I have an analogy that make it easier. If sociology and psychology were described in a video game, for those of you who play video games, think of like Star Wars Battlefront, where you have two sides shooting at each other. The sociology would be examining like the rules, regulations, and the different teams or the factions that you play on that actually makes up the central gameplay of the game. And then psychology would be focused on like the strategies and the strategic paths to winning the game, to get your side to win the game, and how the player feels, the individual player feels, and how that feeling affects the decisions they make while playing the game, which could affect their outcome, whether they win or lose. So I thought that was a pretty cool analogy to make it easier to understand the differentiation between sociology and psychology. And yeah, that's my response.